guys. What are you doing? Playing with the blocks?
Yeah!
Cool, cool, cool. Every kid loves playing with blocks. Today I'm going to show you how to make these. What's the best part about playing with blocks? Knocking them over! Yeah! Today I'm going to take you out and show you how to make wooden blocks out of all that scrap you generate in your shop every day. Real simple. I've got scrap material here. I planed it all down and prepped it that way so it's 5/8 of an inch thick. I've made them 2 1/4 inches wide and whatever length they just happen to be coming out of the scrap pile. So let's take them over here to the miter saw and we're just going to set up a fence. And I like to make them about 8 inches long and about 4 inches and about 2 inches long, just so that when they're stacked up, they're pretty consistent size-wise. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put a fence, or a stop rather, on my fence, which is real simple. Easiest way to do that is to get yourself a block of wood and a clamp, put your tape measure up against the fence here, run it out here to 8 inches, and the length of your cut is all set. Release the top. I'm just going to cut a couple of these for you so you get the idea. I got a nice squared up end there. I'm going to run it down there. Here I've got an 8-inch block and one that's probably going to end up being 2 inches. Let's get another 8-inch in there. That one can probably end up as a 4. So you take your longer ones first, and all these extras that you got coming across or off of there, you can use to make shorter versions. And right there we've got 3/8. Let's make, that's good enough. Let's put this back down. Let's reset our stop over here, and let's make some that are, let's call them 5 inches. I think that's a good round number. So we'll just bump that up to 5. Set it there. There's a 5. Let's make one more like that just because we can. And ultimately, when you get a whole bunch of your scraps ready to go like this and get them prepped, you can sit here and make blocks all day long. And literally, in an hour, you can probably make 100 of these blocks once you got your material prepped and all. It's just a matter of getting a stop set and making the cut. Let's make another 5 just because we got it set. There we go. Let's change this and make a couple shorter ones. And I'm just showing you how to do these for the, just kind of for the repetition, just so you can see how they're done and how quick it really is to go ahead and make something like this. And again, this is all just out of scraps that I had laying around the shop. I planed them down, stored them up. There's a 2-inch. Let's take one more just for the sake of having it. Okay, now we've got this one. I'm going to pull this over. Let's see, I've got to get my fence set to make this square. My piece is 2 1/4 wide. What I did is I just put this up against my blade, run my fence up to it. And now my piece is going to come out being perfectly square if I do it that way. But if I turn this over to 45, like this, look what I get. And when it's that tight in there, I leave my hands in place and leave this down so they don't get anything. Oop, right there. Hit the floor again, first try. Right there, I've got a nice little triangle. And I can go back in here, turn around, and cut another one. There we go. I got a couple triangles. I got an oddball trapezoid there. Now look at these. I've got these for blocks. Now what I want to do, just to make them a little easier for the kids to handle them, is I'm going to grab one of my push blocks here. And I'm just going to run this over to my router table. And I'm going to route that edge and knock that edge off real quick, just like this. Then if I want to get that corner, just stand it up like this, run it around there, turn it over. I love these push blocks because I don't want my fingers getting anywhere close to that, so I just always use one of these when I'm up against small stuff on the saw. But right there, I've got my blocks made. I've got the edges rounded over, nice and easy and nice and soft. And obviously I would do that with all of these while I'm in the process, but right there I go. I've got my blocks. I can build something cool. And what's even better than that, my grandkids and the other kids can go ahead and make something out of blocks. And it's amazing how much time kids will spend when you give them a pile of blocks. They'll sit and play with them. And it always seems like the most fun that they have is building something tall and wiping it out. Go ahead and knock them all down and have fun. If I was going to spray paint all these, I would simply set them out on like a piece of plywood outside and just get a spray can and just spray paint them. Get something like that just to add a little color to it. Or you can leave it to natural wood like that. Whatever kind of a plan you like to have. But right there is your easiest way to take the scrap material in your shop and turn it into something that a kid is going to play with for hours.
Tim, as a grandfather and someone who's made lots of blocks, do you have any tips on how to make them safely for kids? Maybe the paint or, like you said, the router stuff?
Routering the edges, keeping the edges nice and soft so they're not sharp enough to hurt them at all. You could go ahead and sand them to make them a little smoother and all that. And when it comes to the paint, obviously you would get something that's child safe, whether that's something out of a spray can or something you'd brush on. Or if you want, just leave them natural like this. They'll take on a little bit of a patina of their own. The wood itself is not going to be an issue as long as they're not allergic to any type of wood. But they're going to be inherently safe. They're not heavy enough to fall on somebody and hurt them or anything like this. And the biggest thing they're going to do is they're just going to have a whole lot of fun with it. And what does it cost you as a maker to do it? Little to nothing. I just throw all my scrap that's more than 2 inches wide into a corner or somewhere on my wood pile. And when I get in the mood for making blocks, just crank them out. Doesn't take any time at all to do it. It's just a fun, creative way to teach the kids how to build stuff and how to make stuff and just to be creative. And it's really cool. They get a kick out of it. And the most fun that they have is knocking it over and watching it go down.
Now, if someone was to do natural, would you suggest a beeswax or a Danish? Like, what kind of natural looking finish would you use for safety?
If I was going to leave it natural without putting any color to it, I would probably go with some type of a food safe wax, a beeswax, or even a paste wax, and put that on. And it's just going to protect them from getting oils from the hands and all that kind of stuff on them, and help them maybe last a little bit longer, but probably not really necessary. They'll take on kind of their own patina through use, and that's all they really need. Doesn't need to be anything fancy, just simple stuff, simple, easy things that kids just have a whole lot of fun playing with. And you can go out there and you can go out there and make it. So go ahead and do that. And I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got some comments on any aspect of that, leave them down below. We'll get back to those and respond to all of them if we can. And become one of the 6,000 plus subscribers that we've already got. Add your 16,000 subscribers that we've already got. Go ahead and add yourself onto that list if you would. Comment down below. Thank you for coming by. I hope you have a delightful Christmas season.